Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things you must know before playing Cyberpunk. It's crazy to think that we're literally 3 days away from this game coming out. A game that was announced over 8 years ago and we're less than 3 days away. We can hold it in together for 3 more days and honestly I can't wait for this game to launch. If you're new to the channel, first of all I'd like to say welcome, and second of all be sure to subscribe down below, join the family so you don't miss out on any of this content when the game does eventually launch. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to click the like button down below, it always supports my videos. But now that out of the way, let's talk about some fun things you should know before playing Cyberpunk. So the first thing we're going to talk about are the gangs that are present in Cyberpunk. There are around 8 gangs and they run different areas within Cyberpunk. So as you guys can see on screen, these are currently the 8 gangs that have different members. The Voodoo Boys are actually the least popular organisation, estimated to have only around 50 to 250 members. But although they have the least amount of members, they are one of the most torturous and deadly gangs in Night City. They deal drugs and they also torture and kill people for absolutely no reason. The Voodoo Boys organisation is located in Night City University and also around Pacifica District as well. This is where you'll find this gang. Now most of the members are male, but there are also female members of this gang as well. Now if we take a look at the most popular gang within this game, the Valentinos is estimated to have 6,000 members, and you can find the Valentinos in Haywood, the Glen, Wellsprings, and also Vista del Rey as well. These members are known for seducing women, but other than that, they're quite harmless. They don't really commit any other crimes. So you shouldn't really have any problems with them unless they try to seduce your girlfriend or your boyfriend in the game. Then in that case, they're probably a big problem for you. You'll notice if one of these members are in this gang because they'll openly display their tattoos, they have gold jewelry, and they also have religious beliefs as well. So you'll notice them straight away in game. These are just 2 of many gangs in Cyberpunk. So when you first play on the game, be sure to enjoy the open world experience, but also be careful you don't run into any problems with these gangs. So the next thing you should know before playing Cyberpunk is that the adult content is extreme. I'm not talking about GTA extreme, I'm talking about next level extreme. So first of all, you have the character customization. Now I'm going to speak about that a little bit later on in the video, but as I'm sure most of you guys have heard, yes, you can customize the private areas of your body. How big or small you can make that area is something we're going to have to wait and see. And before this video gets any more awkward than that, let's move on to the next thing. There's a location in Cyberpunk. Now this location is one of the most adult-like locations you will find in Cyberpunk. During the day, this place is quite touristy, but at nighttime, this is known for partying and also all things sexual as well. You have adult stores with all different kinds of sexual things. You have nightclubs, and you also have girls on the streets waiting to be picked up who are looking for work. And yes, if some of you were wondering, you can have encounters where you can see full-on nudity and hear moaning, and do you know what? I feel like you guys feel that awkwardness with me right now talking about this. What I'm trying to say is this location is all things sexual, and if you're looking for the most adult style content in Cyberpunk, you have to visit this location. This has to be the first location on your list. Now I must make it clear that there is an option to filter nudity in the game, so if you don't like nudity or any sort of adult content, there is a filter to turn that off completely. That's something I'll be doing when I'm making videos on this, because of course I'm not allowed to upload nudity on the channel. What other game can you customize your own private areas on your body? I don't think there's another game that's ever done that before. So let's move on to mission flexibility. Now missions in this game are going to be like no other game before. You can play a mission however you want with whatever play style you want. If you come from an Assassin's Creed background or a Valorant background, you can play very stealthy and slow, or you can go in guns blazing and get the mission done as quickly as possible, or you can go in and not kill anyone at all and still be able to finish the mission. There are also different options throughout each mission, but let's be honest, most of us are going to go in guns blazing. We're not going to be slow and stealthy unless that's what you enjoy doing, but I think most of us are going to opt in to kill people as it's the most fun thing to do. But this is not going to be like we see other story modes, specifically Call of Duty, where you're guided to do specific things throughout each mission and you're basically told what to do. You have very little control. In these missions, you have full control, and how you complete the mission is truly up to you. You can also play the same mission differently, which will have different outcomes, and I'm very excited for this. And it's going to be interesting seeing all the other YouTubers, content creators, streamers, watching them do the playthrough, because not every playthrough is going to be the same. They're all going to be very different because, as I said earlier, you have the control throughout each mission on how it's going to be played. So the next thing I want to talk about is photo mode. This is something very exciting as a content creator that they have added into Cyberpunk, and this is not like the selfie mode we've seen in GTA where it takes a selfie. This is something on another level. Not only can you edit the character poses and also expressions as well, but they've also added in almost an editing software into the game. It has a whole range of effects like you get with Photoshop, such as contrast, exposure, grain, and also loads of other crazy effects to make the picture quality really good. And honestly, I'm going to be using photo mode so much, I'm worried I'm going to get addicted to it and it's going to take up all of my storage on my PlayStation. But this is something I've been very excited about since they released the trailer a few weeks ago. So the next thing I want to talk about are the gun rarities. Now, guns are probably one of the most important things in this game and the most fun things to get excited about. We start with common, then it goes uncommon, and then rare, and after rare we have epic, and then finally we have legendary. Now, I'm guessing uncommon, common, and rare are all going to be kind of trash, just like we see in other games. I feel like jumping from rare to epic is going to be the biggest change, and you actually level up your weapons the more you use them. So your skill will go up with each weapon the more you use it. So if you use your fists, then your fist skill will go up. If you use a specific weapon, then that specific weapon level will go up. The guns are also put into different categories. So you have three main categories for the guns. The first one are your power weapons, which use standard ammo. You have standard attachments like a red dot sight, a silencer. You should be familiar with the attachments with other first-person shooter games, and this will be your standard category. We then have the smart weapons, and it says it in the title. These weapons are very smart. These weapons are very different in the fact that bullets can bend through corners, bend through types of cover, and still land on enemies. So the word smart in this category, it really does mean that the weapon has a unique ability to it. Now, I've been hearing in some places that the damage of these weapons isn't going to be that great, bearing in mind you essentially lock onto enemies and the bullets will land on them no matter where you shoot the gun from. So if an enemy's gone behind cover, the bullet will travel around the cover and still land on the enemy. Now, apparently it can land anywhere on the body, so you might not deal as much damage as you want to, but the benefit is that you're going to land more shots than if you're using any other weapon. So if you struggle with first-person shooters, then the smart weapon category is going to be your category. Now, lastly, we have the tech weapon category. This is by far the deadliest category. They have a very slow fire rate, and some of them require a charge up time. However, these weapons are deadly and they can penetrate through walls as well. I'm not sure how far into the walls that these weapons can penetrate, but from what I've heard so far and from the information I've gathered, this is going to be the deadliest category. But you're going to have to be accurate because they are very slow weapons compared to the other categories as well. Now, lastly, we have character customization. Now, I did speak earlier how you can customize your private areas on the body, but there are also loads of other features in the character customization. Not only that, but whatever you choose to put on your character also has an effect in game. How you choose to style yourself in game will have an impact on how people interact with you and also how you come across other people. The list honestly goes on with the range of things you can customize, from your hairstyle, eyebrows, eyes, tattoos, makeup. The list honestly goes on, and I'm guessing there's even more things that they haven't showed that you can also customize with your character. So that is going to wrap it up for this video on all of the important things you should know and all of the fun things you should know before playing Cyberpunk. I might be releasing another video because I can't fit everything into this video. There are so many awesome things to speak about. So be sure to subscribe to the channel down below so you don't miss out on any Cyberpunk videos on the channel. But nonetheless, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you enjoyed, be sure to scroll down, click that like button. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, I'll catch all of you guys out in another brand new video. Take care.